Ito.
Means,
Wala.
means.
Ano?
Stop, huwag mo i-approach.
Ano?
These guys are all siblings. They're about 4.5 years old right now. We received them in June of 2020. Unfortunately, they were orphaned up in Montana. Their mom had a run-in with a hiker, and he had to shoot out of self-defense, and Mama did not survive. But he did report to Game and Fish that there were 3 bear cubs with her. And so these guys were roaming around Montana all by themselves for 3 days before they were scooped up. They were lassoed up, put into 55-gallon drums on the Boone and Crockett Ranch. If you can guess, that's where Crockett gets his name from. They were brought into Game and Fish, and from there we were able to receive them. These guys, being only 4.5 years old, they are still growing. They're gonna grow for hopefully another year. Crockett here is about 520 pounds right now. Hopefully when he's full grown, he'll be upwards of 600 pounds. And both the girls right now are around 450 pounds. Today, they're getting fed their protein. Back here, this is where we like to feed them their protein because it allows us to monitor how much each bear is receiving, and we get to really make sure that each bear gets the right amount of protein that they need to get all that good nutrients to make sure they can grow as big as they can. Right now, Crockett is, I believe, getting 8 pounds of protein a day. Hannah is getting 7 pounds, and Sky is getting 6 pounds every day. At the peak of the summer, Crockett was getting 15 pounds of protein a day. And then in the winter, he can go down to a little pound a day. Their protein consists of half of what we call carnivore diet, which is a ground beef mixture with all the organs, the bone marrow, all that good nutrients in there, and then also half salmon, which is something that they would receive in the wild, which has all those good oils, minerals in there, stuff that will help their growth. It also makes their fur. One thing that we like to do with our bears is we train them in what we call cooperative care. So what that means is that our bears participate in their own health care. So with things like you're seeing open her mouth or stick out her tongue, those are all things that allow us to double check what's going on inside her mouth and make sure that everything looks good. We can check her teeth, make sure nothing looks weird. We can, check her tongue. Her tongue maybe isn't so much cooperative care, but it is really cute. And then things like when the bears will stand up, that allows us to check their underbelly to make sure that there aren't any taps, any scratches or cuts or anything like that, but everything looks good. When their paws are up against the fence like that, it allows us to check those pads underneath, make sure there's no cracks or scratches under there. It also allows us to check their claws to make sure that those are looking good, nice and healthy, make sure that they're not getting too long or anything like that. Crockett also does, he'll jump on his hind legs. That allows us to check his hind legs and make sure that nothing bad is happening down there. Because, if you're jumping and one of your legs is hurt, you're probably going to favor a leg. So it's something for us to just keep an eye on. Hannah has learned how to do what we call an ear present on both sides. So she'll stick her ear up to the fence and it'll allow us to touch it, check it. She's actually allowed us to stick an otoscope in her ear, and we have videos of what the inside of her ear looks like. And if you're wondering, it is just really hairy. It's really hairy and really waxy. I don't think that they use Q-tips in there very often. But a behavior like that isn't something that we hope to ever need to use, but it's something that maybe if we need to put fly spray on them or if something's going on and we think they might have an infection there, it's a good behavior to just have in your back pocket. Crockett here has also learned how to do a voluntary blood draw. This is something that we're very proud of with him. So if you can see, we have this box down here that Crockett will stick his paw inside and he will leave it in there for upwards of 15 minutes. He actually has gone through this process once before. He'll stick his hand in and he will keep it for the whole process of sterilizing it. He'll let us shave back his fur, put the needle in, draw the blood, and take it out. And he will sit there for the whole time. very, very good boy. Stuff like this allows us to keep that trust with the animal, because maybe if he is not expecting it or something like that, like if you just stick a needle in him, he's probably going to be a little angry at you, you know? Like if someone were just to come up to you and stick a needle in you, like that's not something that you're going to be happy about. But if you know it's coming and you trust this person and you're allowing it to happen, then it allows you to keep that trust. Just like with the bears and their keepers, it allows them to keep that trust with us so that we can continue to train them and work on them and keep them as healthy as they possibly can be. Another thing that all of our bear cubs learned is how to do a voluntary injection, and that's another thing that will help us to maintain that relationship with them. So what that looks like is we'll use a target pole that looks just like this, and there's that syringe on the end of it, and we'll stick that through the grate, and the bear will just lean their shoulder right into that syringe and give themselves their own injection. This is something that we have trained some animals throughout the park. Like we have a little raccoon named Girly, and she'll stick her hip right into it, like that. Such a good boy. Does anybody have any questions I can answer? Yeah, so the question was, why are the cages separated? So these guys get their own little stalls when they're back here because it lets us make sure that they each get the right amount of protein. So Crockett right now is getting 8 pounds, but Sky down there, she's only getting 6 pounds. So if we have them all in one place, it could be easy to get it mixed up. And maybe Crockett only gets 6 pounds, and maybe Hannah gets too much. So it's a good way for us to make sure that they get exactly what they need. It is so, like, they're so used to it. It's actually harder to get them out of their stalls than it is to get them back here. So when they open up the gate down at the end, they'll just run right in. They know which stall is which. It's the stall that they always get fed from. Sometimes Hannah and Sky like to switch it up on us, and they'll switch stalls, but this is generally where they stick to. And Crockett, of course, being the star of the show, he really likes to be in the stall where he sees all of you. He will not. So all of the bears that we have at Bearizona, this will be their forever home. There's too much of the human interaction, and we got them when they were too young for them to survive out in the wild. So this is going to be their forever home. So we got these guys when they were only about 6 months old, roughly. They were born in the wild, so we don't have an exact birthday. But when they're that young, they weren't quite weaned off their mom and anything like that. So they didn't have those natural instincts for finding food and things like that. So if we were to release them in the wild, they probably wouldn't last long because they wouldn't know where to look for food. Are there any other questions I can answer for you guys? Does anyone know what to do if you see a bear in the wild? Yeah?
Play dead.
Play dead? Okay, what do you think? Leave him alone. So, you're both a little bit on the right track. I have this little saying that I like to use. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, stay down. And if it's white, say goodnight. So if you see a black bear in the wild, it's a good idea to make as much noise as you can. Because those guys, they tend to be pretty, a lot more skittish. So if you are really threatening, then they probably won't want to mess with you because, you know, they think that they might get hurt. So if you see a black bear, make yourself really big and really loud and they'll probably run away. If you see a brown bear, like these guys, you want to make yourself as little as you can. So if it's brown, stay down. You want to make yourself small, the least threatening as you possibly can, because if these guys go red, they will probably attack you. So you want to back away really, really slowly, make sure that you're not a threat to them, and then hopefully you never run into a polar bear. It's really, if it's white, take it away. If it's black and white, it's probably a cow. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Well, if you're ever roaming around China, then probably ask one of them, because I wouldn't know. Yeah, it's a good idea that if you're ever roaming going around in bear country and we're hiking in there, you want to be as loud as you can all the time. Blast the music, talk really loud, do what you can, because the last thing you want to do is surprise a bear in their own territory. If they know you're coming, they'll know to stay away from you, because they don't want to see you any more than you want to see them. Don't make as much noise. Yeah. Bear spray is pretty effective. It's been shown that bear spray is probably more effective than even carrying a firearm on you. So bear spray will repel them, and it won't make them feel as threatened as if you were to shoot them and injure them or something like that. So yeah, I can't remember the exact numbers, but I think it's almost 80% effective. Yeah.
Tapos na iba?
Yeah.
Marami kinakain.
These guys, so in professional care, bears will live up to 25 years. In the wild, they'll live up to about 18 years. Yeah. So these guys are just starting their life at about 4.5. We're hoping to have them for a pretty long time. They usually don't. In the wild, bears are pretty solitary animals. They like to have their own space. Once they're cleaned out for their mom, they'll go find their own territories and things like that. These guys being raised together, they're okay with each other. But in the wild, they are very solitary animals. Yeah. He gets more, one, because he is bigger, because he is like roughly 70 pounds bigger. That's one reason. He also he will grow faster. With all just being a male, he will grow larger and faster. And then he just like. I think that I saw that. I think it was Scrappy fishing one of his sisters out. He kind of likes to be in charge, but him and Sky Bear tend to be the most playful with each other, so it was probably that. It is cute. These guys do have that kind of playful relationship like siblings would. They will more verbally argue with each other than they would physically fight. They'll yell at each other. During breeding season, Hannah and Sky tend to be a little more aggressive towards each other with their verbal fights, because when it's breeding season, females like to have their own territory, and then Crockett's just kind of like that good older brother, and I bet if he could, he would give him cookies all day long. Yeah.
How long is the biggest bear?
I don't know actually. Like how old it grew up to? I don't know actually. JT, do you know how old?
I believe the oldest bear in captivity was 42 years old.
42 years old.
How tall is he?
Crockett, the last time we measured, was 6'8". So we're hoping he'll get upwards of 7 foot when he's full grown. Yeah, once they're done eating, we'll open up all their gates and they'll get to run right back onto their exhibit. We like to shut the gates behind them, because if we don't, they will stay back here, because they know that this is where they get all of their favorite food. So they'll stay back here, they'll lick the ground where there's like blood drops or something like that. They do like it back here. They are only back here for about 30-45 minutes a day, because they only get their protein and then we put them right back out there. But they do know that this is where they get the good stuff.
Only once a day?
Yes, they only get their protein once a day. Twice more in the day they'll get fruits and veggies. So actually 80% of a grizzly bear's diet is vegetation. Right now I believe they're at 75 pounds of fruits and veggies between the three of them. We'll throw some, right now actually we have some of our coworkers are going onto the exhibit and they'll hide some of the food, they'll put it in the trees, they'll maybe put it under a rock, something that'll give the bears that enrichment and let them forage for their food. And then once more today we'll be able to throw the food onto their exhibit so that you guys will get to participate in helping us feed them. It wouldn't necessarily give them that enrichment, but they get the food. We also like to dig their food, put it into holes and things like that when we see their claws are getting too long. So we, as little as we can, we don't want to have to file those down for them. So we'll do things like putting it under rocks or putting it in really deep holes so that they will actually dig and file the nails down for them, or themselves, not with our help. One thing that we do with our bears is what we call protected contact. So if you're wondering, we never have direct contact with the bears. There's always something between us and them. So that's like this gate, or we will never be on their exhibit with them. We'll never go in these stalls with them because as much as they are used to us, they are still wild animals. And for the safety of us and them, we want to make sure that nothing happens, that if we're in there and they maybe hurt us, we don't want anything to happen. We want to keep everybody safe if we can. So that is with these guys and with all the bears in the drive-thru. There's always something between us and them. Alright, so they're all fed and they're going to run back onto their exhibit now. So if you guys would like to, you can go around and watch them go back onto their exhibit.